Even if you do it just once, you need to experience a Chinese New Year. We take you there.
How about a family breakfast place in South Carolina with some CIA connections?
In Vegas, we find an eatery that you will definitely need to bring family, friends, and your appetite to.
We head to Akron for one of that town's best steakhouses and some strange conversation.
Then we take a look at a new concept in golf that doesn't require a golf course.
Get ready, Undercover Jetsetter is teeing off around the world. Cheers, everybody. Welcome back, and we have some fireworks for you, and these fireworks happen every year.
We are talking about Chinese New Year, and it is a spectacle everybody should see at least once in their lifetime.
Chinese New Year, also known as the Spring Festival, is a fun and vibrant festival lasting anywhere from 16 to 23 days long. And if you can go even just once, it's a special experience of a lifetime.
Oh yeah, it is. It's a wonderful time for everyone to get together with family and friends and enjoy food and celebrate the festival.
Each country celebrates a little differently. Korea, Japan, Thailand, Vietnam, and Malaysia also celebrate Chinese New Year. Malaysia especially enjoys it, as over a quarter of the population is Chinese.
And Malaysians love to shop, and this is a time for buying new things, so the malls are brightly decorated.
While the first few days are primarily spent with family, after that, it shouldn't be hard for you to get invited to a party. Malaysians are super friendly, and open houses are abundant.
There are many wonderful traditions like the lion dance, a fun and visually stunning tradition that is performed on big occasions and happens quite often during Chinese New Year.
Acrobats and gymnasts of amazing skills and talents dance and perform tricks both inside the lion costume and outside of it, including pole jumping.
There are two dancers inside the lion costume, mimicking the lion's movements like licking and shaking.
The lion represents a beautiful and auspicious animal, so it symbolizes power, wisdom, and good fortune.
It is lively and loud with drums beating and cymbals clapping.
The colors are traditionally red and gold. Red symbolizes good luck, energy, and happiness.
You can touch lion, then touch the lion, get the good luck.
Now, the red envelopes or packets containing coins are another of our favorite traditions. It's a way to pass on that good luck and happiness to others.
The packets are also called ang pao and are pay it forward, if you will. The coins are only symbolic, but when you put real money in the packets, it bestows even more happiness and blessings on the receiver.
Now, if you're lucky enough to receive a red envelope, don't open it in the presence of the giver.
You will find many givers of packets, and you can be one too. Just remember to use clean and crisp notes only, and present the envelope with two hands.
Now, if you're staying in a hotel, it's a nice way of giving your favorite staff member a tip during that time too.
Giving the envelopes is such a beautiful tradition. It embraces the true gift of giving and sharing unconditionally.
And the gift comes back to you tenfold. Everyone seems to enjoy the giving more than the receiving.
And that's due to the tradition itself. The meaning is really more about the red packet and the joyful wishes than it is about the money.
Now, the New Year's Eve dinner is called the reunion dinner and is believed to be the most important meal of the year. It's generally shared with just family and close friends.
In Malaysia, yisang is a traditional dish made of sliced pickled vegetables, strips of raw fish like salmon, sauces, citrus like lime, and condiments like ground peanuts.
It's a customary practice for everyone to gather around the table and toss the ingredients high in the air with chopsticks.
The toss symbolizes wishes of abundance, prosperity, and all good things, and everyone shouts their wishes of prosperity and abundance while tossing the salad.
Now, noodles and dumplings are a favorite tradition everywhere. Not only are they delicious and tasty, but they of course have a symbolic nature as well.
The noodles symbolize happiness and longevity, and the dumplings symbolize abundance and wealth. So we eat a lot of both because we want lots of happiness and abundance.
And tangerines and oranges are also symbolic for wealth and fullness. Wherever you go, you will find strangers giving them to you, and it's customary to bring a bag as a gift.
And of course, there are fireworks.
Oh yes, this custom originates from a legendary monster named Nian, who destroyed villages. Nian also translates to year.
And now it celebrates the coming of the new year and also wards off the evil spirits like Nian going into the new year.
And since fireworks were invented in medieval China, it is no wonder that the Chinese New Year displays the biggest and brightest fireworks shows in all the world.
Our personal favorite place for the biggest and brightest display of fireworks is Hong Kong.
It is a great time to travel for both ease and inexpensiveness, as it usually takes place between January 21st and February 20th.
There is less business travel then, and you can also count on people staying home in the U.S. due to the Super Bowl. So the airfares are much cheaper, and it's a great opportunity for a business or first class upgrade too.
Just keep in mind that many businesses may be closed for the first couple of days of Chinese New Year, so if you get a chance, go. Just do it. You won't regret it.
That's right. You will love Chinese New Year. And remember these traditional Chinese New Year greetings when you go. Gong Si Fa Kai, which means I wish you wealth and prosperity in Mandarin, and Gong Hei Fat Choi in Cantonese.
So you've actually been to a couple of Chinese New Year's, and you said it's actually an easier time to travel. Explain that.
Yeah, well, and I've been, and I love it. It's so much fun. And I think two things, really. If you're in the U.S., it's right around the Super Bowl time, usually. So a lot of people aren't traveling. And if you're in Asia, you're doing business. A lot of times business travel to Asia is what keeps the travel so bulky and so massively heavy. And a lot of businesses shut down and everything closes really in Asia. So if you're going there, it's a great time to go. You can get cheap airfares. If you're on any elite airline status, you can get upgraded. It's a great time to go.
So check it out. And when we come back, we're going to go to a family breakfast restaurant with quite a culinary pedigree.
We are in Cozumel, Mexico.
You may have noticed, but the majority of Undercover Jetsetter is shot on the iPhone.
So that means you can create your own TV show.
You may want to have great vacation videos.
Well, we've made it easier for you with our book. It's called The TV Studio in Your Hand.
It's a quick read, and you can get it here.
So bring us along for your next vacation video or your new TV show.
Welcome back. So we've taken you to a lot of great celebrity chefs around the world, and there's so many other amazing chefs around the world as well, and quite a few of them are in what you would think would be a dive.
Well, and this one isn't a dive, it's a family breakfast restaurant. It's in Myrtle Beach, and the owner's daughter is a graduate of the CIA, the Culinary Institute of America.
We do some sleuthing at a joint that might be a cover. It's in Myrtle Beach, and it's called Johnny D's Waffles and Bakery. The place has CIA connections. It's written all over the wall. You see, Johnny D has a daughter with awards from the CIA, the Culinary Institute of America. Clearly, it's working. Look at these crowds for breakfast in the middle of the week. Now, granted, it is summer vacation season, but there are beaches nearby too. Now, I am here with lots of extended family visiting. My nephew from Japan is only 12, but he got introduced to this invasion and infiltration of Mexico into the South. This is the smoked brisket tacos. Not your normal breakfast, but it was smoking good. Next, we get in the famous waffles. This is a cinnarole waffle. The sin is for cinnamon, but it could be for the sin of calories. It's topped with cream cheese icing and powdered cinnamon sugar. But notice also what Jamie does. She puts the waffle under the broiler to give it a crispy top. Sweet, with a nice little crunch. This ain't your daddy's Waffle House. And this is Johnny D's skillet. It has home fries and scrambled eggs with homemade hot Italian sausage that has a nice afterkick. It also has pepper and onions topped with shredded cheese and an English muffin. But check the menu. It says no substitutions on this one. Hey, you gonna argue with Johnny D? He's from New York. We also had this classic Eggs Benedict. It was very nice and mushy, just like I like it. The hollandaise had that nice little taste of citrus in it, and there was something a little different here. You get 2 pieces of Canadian bacon on each English muffin. Talk about your plate of plenty. And then we had the farmer's omelet. Pretty simple, huh? Well, ham, sausage, bacon, onion, peppers, and American cheese. Yeah, your usual. But Johnny D's puts in a wrinkle. The home fries made with onions are cooked inside the omelet. Talk about torturing us with embedded taste. Trust me, when you are down in Myrtle Beach, you will keep your eye on this place. Johnny D's is down home with a gourmet touch.
And that is a family favorite for us. But you actually found a great place in Vegas for breakfast and brunch as well.
Oh, absolutely. Really any time of the day or night. And you have to bring your appetite, though. And also a love for Bloody Marys.
Everything is bigger in Vegas. No, wait, that's Texas. But in this case, it is Vegas.
This place was featured on Man vs. Food, and guess what? The food always wins. Always.
That's right, it is Hash House A Go-Go, and it is a hopping joint serving up delicious food at the Link Hotel in Las Vegas.
They're serving up the fun and good times too. The entrees, the small plates, and the appetizers all come ginormous here, not to mention the drinks.
And everyone at the table gets served up these gigantic flaky biscuits, and they have a layer of maple syrup honey drizzled over the top.
These are buttery, moist, sticky, and sinfully delightful. But don't fill up too much. You've got entrees coming.
Like good Jetsetters, we started with their famous BLT Bloody Mary. Now, we like to say that a Bloody Mary is a snack and a cocktail in one. But here, it really is a snack and a cocktail in one. If you're a light eater, you might be fine with just this.
It comes with lettuce, a slab of smoked bacon, a slice of white toast, Big O tomato, and mayonnaise. Then they add their house vodka and a little spicy Bloody Mary mix, and you're good to go. Breakfast of champions.
Next, we had this small plate of breaded fried green tomatoes layered with homemade chicken salad and goat cheese piled high on a watermelon stack with a balsamic vinaigrette.
I had to stand up to eat this thing, and as tall as it was not lacking in flavor. The watermelon was juicy and complemented the tangy tomatoes and goat cheese perfectly, and the chicken salad had a fresh kick.
And here is the chicken pot pie served in a sombrero crust. Yes, this is a real-life size sombrero, and a hidden surprise. Behind it is layers of buttery mashed potatoes holding that sombrero up at an angle.
In spite of its enormity, it is delicious. A classic recipe of creamy roast chicken, veggies, including mushrooms, sweet corn, and chunky red potatoes, all dished up in a flaky cracker crust. Just make sure you bring 5 other friends to share it with.
Now check out this sage fried chicken and waffles. If that's not the most gigantic chicken and tower of waffles you've ever seen, then we don't know what is. There's no skimping on the gourmet side of Hash House either. They added fried leeks to this dish.
We did warn you that everything was ginormous, and Hash House again delivers on flavor as big as their servings. Juicy and flavorful chicken with a crispy, crunchy sage crust outside, pairs perfectly with these sweet waffles drizzled with a hot maple reduction.
So if you've got a big appetite and you're looking for some fun, check out Hash House A Go-Go at the link the next time you're in Vegas.
And even if you're on a diet, it's worth going. The food is gourmet level yummy. Just make sure you bring plenty of friends to share the dishes and the love.
Now, you might need a doggy bag after all of those dishes.
Yeah, definitely a doggy bag. And when we come back, you won't have a doggy bag for this place. This is a great spot in Ohio. It's a steakhouse, and it kind of gives you a flair for the past.
Tiki means Polynesian superpower, but this tiki can make you money.
The world is looking for cable alternatives and turning to smart devices for their entertainment and news content.
Tiki Live is the leading internet protocol TV and over-the-top content provider, now on every continent and used by the leading smart TV manufacturers.
Plus, Tiki Live can deliver local TV content to your customers while also offering premium channels. Everything you get from cable except the high price of channels you don't want.
Tiki Live, superpowers that help you reach the world.
Now, probably not many of you will find yourselves in Akron, Ohio, a great place to visit, unless, of course, you live there.
Well, and if you are there, we have a steakhouse for you, and you have to go.
Lanning's is the place, but it is more than a steakhouse.
It's a place where American dream steak meals are made, as our good friend Dale explains.
I've been to some of the big steakhouses, for instance, in Kansas City, Kansas. I've been to some of the renowned steakhouses in New York City, and you know, restaurants in New Orleans and in Atlanta and Los Angeles and Washington, D.C. This steak will withstand scrutiny to any of the finest steakhouses in the U.S., and I don't think that's an overstatement.
But Lanning's food is so exhilarating it leads to some of the most interesting
Or strange dinner conversations.
Along with Dale's wife Kathy, we dove into the French onion soup.
It is so high.
Besides being served at the perfect temp, there is cheese. Lots of cheese.
Now notice how you almost have to lift it up over your head to get the cheese to break.
We also dove into this asparagus cream soup.
This is asparagus soup is delicious.
And it was, but clearly asparagus soup had a strange effect as my first soup intuition was proven faulty.
I probably like that better than the onion soup. It's really
Really?
Well, that's my first thing, and then John said to order the onion soup.
Sorry.
So I got off that topic and asked Dale the question we have all been thinking.
Do you worry about your pee smelling funny?
Sorry, this is going to get edited.
Oh my God. Well, maybe not.
Maybe not. Yeah, that did cross my mind.
Quickly, we moved to the salad. That was fabulous.
I like this. It's like having your own little salad.
I know, it comes right to you.
How fun is this? Go ahead, I'm done.
The salad presentation enhanced our senses, especially our hearing. We thought we heard a foghorn.
Somebody blows their nose like you.
Meanwhile, the salad included croutons, beets, blue cheese, olives, and anchovies, which led to your always strange gourmet response.
Ew, that's hair on the fish. Hairy fish. You're not putting hairy fish on my salad.
We chose a syrupy balsamic vinaigrette.
Now for the steak. We all got filet, which tells you something.
Look at that.
That look amazing.
Did you get the same thing, Dale? You get a fillet? What'd
Filet-
you get? We all got fillets.
shrimp. Scampi. Yes,
Oh, you got scampi.
the scampi.
That's delicious. Oh my God.
Isn't that delish?
You don't need the steak knife to cut it. You're right. You can cut it with a butter knife.
I can't think of a better filet I've had in recent memory. It was incredibly flavorful, cooked to perfection. I had my medium rare, and could literally cut it with a fork. It was that tender. And it was just a pleasure to eat.
Kathy added some scampi to her filet.
Your scampi looks divine.
It is divine.
Oh my God.
This is like pure garlic butter. It is so good.
The vegetables were a medley of Brussels sprouts and carrots, and then the baked potato.
Of course we want butter. It's butter.
Definitely.
Add the sour cream and you have a luscious side dish to complement that filet.
I've been to a lot of restaurants in a lot of cities, and I have to tell you, that is one of the finest steaks I've had in a very, very long time. So if an individual is really interested in a fine steak, I'd drive a considerable distance for this one.
It doesn't stop at the dessert either with this caramel apple cheesecake.
Caramel apple.
Correct.
A cheesecake. It's just shot through with big chunks of apple. Obviously caramel on top.
Yes.
It's creamy. And it has kind of little surprises because when you bite into it, these little apple chunks show up, and they're great.
Aren't you glad you got it?
I'm so thrilled we got it. I wouldn't have had it any other way. It was my wife's choice.
She's always
And
gets the
she's
best
always
ones.
right.
Smart man, that Dale. And you would be smart to hit landings anytime you are near Akron, Ohio.
And when we come back, we have found a new golf concept.
And you don't even have to be a good golfer. So we found the perfect combination of Undercover Jetsetter golf, food, fun, drinks, and travel.
Yes, and it is called Top Golf, and it is spreading around the country.
So this is one of the coolest concepts hitting the US and the world.
It is called Top Golf.
And it combines golf with food, drink, and friends.
We stopped in at the Las Vegas location.
And it was a ton of fun.
It is like an indoor driving range on steroids.
You can hit balls to groove your swing and much more.
But you can also play games with friends, testing your shot accuracy.
There are plenty of TVs around to watch sports and mingle with your friends.
And the food is top-notch.
Here is a healthy yet tasty salad that we had.
This is a great place to use if you are on a big golf trip. Bring the entire group here.
You can also bring the family and get the kids involved.
Now, golf is a tough game that requires a lot of time that some of us don't have in our busy lives.
Top Golf actually gives you that time.
Here's the site. Check it out. There's probably a Top Golf near you, even if you live outside the U.S.
And we'll be visiting more Top Golfs as they open up and get you into the full swing of things.
And Top Golf is growing. You're going to see it in a lot more cities across the country.
And you will probably find us there too. Thanks for joining us this time. Cheers.
Cheers. Catch you next time.